Yo, what's up guys? So in this video, we're going to be going over something special today. We're going to be covering how I made $36,000 from one single client with my agency. And I know that kind of sounds crazy because most agencies are charging $1,500 a month or $2,500 a month. So I'm going to show you here, right? So this is the proof. And here's the math to make it even better, right? So over the past 3 months, I made $36K, and this is how I did it. I brought the client in $113,000. I got paid 20% of that, plus I got paid a retainer, and that totaled up to $36,000, not even including the sales team pay. If I include that, it's around like $50,000 or something like that, right? So I want you guys to pay attention with this video because I'm going to be showing you to do exactly that. And I think I know what I'm talking about because I've been able to do this multiple times this year. So make sure that you watch this video all the way through, right? So in this video, you're going to discover how we've been able to charge over $10,000 per month consistently with our growth partner agency, and more importantly, how you guys can do the same, right? My goal with this piece of content, or all my pieces of content for that matter, is going to be helping as many SMMAs with our model so you can work with better clients, retain them longer, and double your prices, right? And the reason I'm doing this is because just like me a few months ago, I had anxiety from inconsistent cash flow and lead flow, and it just felt like shit, right? And I don't want you guys to feel like how I did months ago. So with all of my content, my plan is to help you kind of make competition non-existent and dominate your industry. And for you guys that don't know me, my name is Malcolm, and the reason I'm sharing this video today is because I truly believe everybody has some sort of skill set that they can use to create impact and wealth in the world, right? I'm a co-founder of a company named Growthify, and we help people share their insights with the world, and that's just because insights pay, right? You help people with the problem, you get paid for it, and you're only able to help somebody with that problem if you have insights on how you can help them. And over the past 7 months, I've scaled multiple offers past $50,000 a month, and even an offer to $85,000 a month, and we're on track to add a few more offers to the portfolio this month. And right now I run a consulting company called Accelerator, and we partner with agency owners and coaches who are looking to scale their business to the next level. And with my free content, I plan to give you guys so much value that I've acquired from scaling online businesses this year, so I can personally partner inside of your business, right? And that's my whole goal with all of my content. So we're just gonna dive right into it, guys. Like I said, make sure you watch this video all the way through because this literally may help you go from charging like $2,000 per month to $10,000 per month with a simple formula. So let's just start off by how I actually landed this deal. So it's something called the value formula that I use, and I still use it to this day. By presenting this value formula, I don't even have sales calls anymore, right? I just hop on calls, I use the value formula, and it's a no-brainer offer. The client wants to sign, and we get rocking, right? So you guys are going to want to implement this because I've done it countless times, and I'm just closing deals on it, right? So how it works, you want to already have some insights on your market, on your client's market. So if you're hopping on a sales call, you should already have some insights on the market that you're targeting. And with your service, what you want to do is dissolve all the roadblocks of the client, right? And this essentially means every single thing that's stopping them going from their current state to their desired state. You want to get rid of everything that's stopping them from doing so, right? So you're dissolving these roadblocks of the client. And then from your insights, you're also going to package the desires of the market. So you know where they want to go. You're just going to package that together now, right? So we know that our market, they want to do XYZ. We're going to package all of that into one single service. And notice how I said one single service. This is how we're going to get paid like $10K a month. When typically with clients, they have to sign an ad agency, they have to sign an email marketing agency, they have to sign a content agency. You're going to leverage all of your skill sets and build really good systems and processes to package it into one single service. And what this is going to do is to create leverage, right? Now you have leverage, and leverage is how you're going to be able to charge more money, right? Because you're providing more value to the consumer, right? So as you can see, this is a highly, profitable thing. Like if you go to a client and say, hey man, I can solve all your problems in one single service. Of course they're going to want to pay more, especially if you can deliver on it. And we'll actually go through how to deliver on it, how I delivered on it, so you guys can copy and paste it. But this is the value formula that you guys should be starting with, providing more value to your customers. So I want to break this down how this will actually look like. So let's say we're dissolving roadblocks for our client. Maybe they don't have time to manage systems. Maybe they don't understand systems. Maybe it takes too much time to, to do acquisition while managing different clients, right? Or maybe they just lack knowledge on these different acquisition models, right? So what we want to do is package all of their desires into one single service, and we want to dissolve all of these roadblocks. So everything right here we're going to eliminate for the client. So pretty much what we're going to say, we're going to manage your entire backend system and your workflow. And by the way, this is exactly what me and my partner Yusuf did with our business. We're going to manage your entire backend system and your workflow. We're going to drive traffic to your brand, and we're going to convert all of that traffic into closed deals by installing a sales process into your business, right? So we just kill all of their roadblocks, and we just package all of their desires into one single service, and now we have leverage. And with this leverage, we're now able to charge a bigger retainer up front, and we're able to charge a percentage of their, a percentage of the sales coming from the business, right? And this is how we do this, by this value formula. So let's say you have the value formula together. The next step is actually service delivery. And this is going to be the exact process that we use to collect this 36K over like the last 3 months, right? It's the service delivery mechanism. This is going to be really, really, really important, right? So with service delivery, well, with this business model period, you don't really get paid much unless you're delivering a good service. I mean, you'll still get the retainer, which is cool, but like you won't retain a client, right? If you want to retain a client for a very long period of time, and you want to keep getting paid $10,000 per month, you need to have your service delivery dialed in. So let's just briefly, not even briefly, let's go in depth really on this service delivery thing. So we have service delivery, right? So with service delivery, the first thing that we want to do is find product market fit. So if we get a client, we can't deliver them good results if we don't know about the market. It's like impossible. Would be selling to like, deaf people, right? Like they just can't hear us, right? If we're not selling to like the desires or the problems of the market. So we need to find product market fit. And we find product market fit by developing insights on the market, right? How can you develop insights on the market? Well, it's a few things you can do. You can have the client do consulting calls. You can review the client sales calls. You can go to different online groups. You can go to the biggest competitors and funnel hack those people and see what their market is dealing with, looking at their student interviews and their student testimonials to see their transformations. And then you can kind of package that information to find product market fit. So now that you have product market fit, the next thing that you have to do is actually build out the backend systems. So when you're utilizing this business model, remember that you're pretty much doing everything for the client. Like you're literally partnering inside of their business. So if you're partnering inside of their business, you pretty much need to build the entire backend infrastructure. This means building out the Slack communications channel, building out the SOPs for the business, building out the CRM for the business, building out the workflows for the business, even making the fulfillment and the customer journey models for the business, right? You're going to pretty much package all of that together, and that's going to be your backend system, right? You want to make sure that you have your SOPs dialed in, because the SOPs are pretty much going to act as like the nucleus for the business. That's what everything is going to revolve around. So you're building out the backend systems. After you're building out the backend system for the business, you're going to construct sales assets for the business. So if you remember, we found product market fit. So from that product market fit, we're going to take that information and we're going to create sales assets. And for you guys that don't know what sales assets are, all that is a mechanism for driving traffic. This means content, long form sales letters, VSLs, ads, etc., right? All that stuff is sales assets, right? So we're going to package this product market fit, the insights that we got from the market, and we're there going to curate content that we can use to drive traffic. Because without traffic, we can't pump life into the business. So we need traffic, right? So we're curating the sales assets. Once we have the sales assets kind of curated, we know what angles that we want to go for. We want to go ahead and start onboarding and building the sales process and the sales system. This pretty much means hiring, training, running shadowing sessions, building the sales scripts, building the team culture, and closing deals, right? So you want to put all of this stuff together. The hiring process, the training process, the shadowing process, building that team culture out, and closing deals, right? How do you do that? You do that from the product market fit. Everything is going to be designed from the product market fit. Your hiring process, right? Knowing who you're actually going to hire. You only want to hire the right people for the offer, right? And that's going to be based on the product market fit. Building the team culture, right? Closing the deals, meaning creating the sales scripts. All that stuff is going to be around this product market fit. So this is like actually the most important part. You want to make sure that you have this dialed in. When you have product market fit dialed in, like you can like almost manipulate the market. It's kind of crazy. So like you can really manipulate the market in real time. It's like this. It's crazy how it happens, right? So you want to make sure you have this dialed in. So from the service delivery process, I want to walk you guys through now our funnel. Now that we have the service delivery kind of packaged in, we know what we need to do for the client. Now it's actually time to actually go to market, right? So this is going to be the go to market strategy, how we're actually going to get them results. So let's say you have your insights on the market, right? The first thing that you want to do once you have those insights, you want to create a thesis, right? Your thesis is going to be your unique way of getting some type of outcome, right? So you create a thesis for your client, right? Or you create a thesis for your own coaching business, whatever the case may be. You have your own unique thesis of getting to X outcome, right? So now you're going to test that thesis organically through content, right? So you're testing the thesis with content, right? Testing the thesis, testing the thesis, testing the thesis. If the thesis isn't working well, you're just going to retest the thesis, right? Meaning if the content strategy isn't working well, you just retest the content strategy until you dial in on the right ICP, right? But let's say the content is working well. What you want to do next is create free resources or free guides, right? And you're going to base this free resource or the free guide based on the content that the market is resonating with the most. So let's say you're creating content for a client. You want to have like a content campaign dashboard. And that's going to allow you to track the best performing campaigns of content for the client, right? So you collect that data and now you're able to make a free product around that data, right? Meaning a free course, a free guide, anything that kind of is like free, but still incorporates, those copywriting principles, right? Still like very persuasive things that you can use to like, get leads in and then upsell them later down the line, right? So you want to go ahead and start creating a free guide, right? And when you're creating the free guide, what you want to do is you want to test different call to actions, right? Maybe you do the first free guide and it doesn't work well, right? So what we had to do when we noticed that we were doing certain free guides and it wasn't working well, we just had to change one single variable, which is the call to action, right? The call to action can decide how much traffic you're going to actually get to that free guide, right? So you test that a bit and you see which call to action is performing the best. I suggest I'm now on like 4 call to action to test with. That way you don't have too many variables. And you see which one does the best. From the one that does the best, you're then just going to like double down on that one to drive traffic to the free guide, right? So now you have people opting in for a free resource, right? The next part is easy. So we have people opting in. These are actual leads now. They're leads. They're interested in our service, meaning they're engaged. So what we want to do is engage them a bit more, right? They've already committed to opting in inside of our process. They want the free guide. So we're going to take them a step further down that commitment line, right? Meaning we're then just going to retarget them and ask them, do they want to hop on the call with our team, right? So we retarget them inside of the DMs. It's already an open DM open. So we retarget them to get them on a sales call, right? So now they're on the sales call. So what you're going to do now that you have them through the sales call, you need to have a really good sales process in between that actually, right? Meaning they need to get maybe a VSL, free resources, things like that before the actual sales call, right? Now, let's say they get to the sales call. What you want to do at this point is just make sure that you're closing deals. And if you're not closing deals, you just need to reconfigure the sales process. What does reconfiguring the sales process look like, guys? Well, reconfiguring the sales process just means changing the setting scripts, changing the sales scripts, right? Reviewing the sales calls and giving feedback. Maybe changing the VSL or the pre-call confirmation. Maybe there's something wrong in the traffic mechanism, right? So that is what reconfiguring the sales process looks like. So if we're not closing deals, if we're not hitting KPIs, we want to reconfigure that, right? So for the deals that we do close, right, we want to identify which call to action that they came from, right? So we're identifying the bulk of the call to actions that people came from those deals that we closed, right? And from the best performing one, we're then going to run that as an awareness ad, right? So we already have a piece of content that is done well. We're then just going to boost that post as an awareness ad, right? So let me explain this again, guys. So you close deals, right? And these deals came from a free resource or a free guide, right? You see which free resource these people came from. The most engaged one, you're just going to run this as an awareness ad. What is an awareness ad? It's just an ad to get more leads through the door without friction, right? Meaning we're getting people to opt in to follow us or something like that for a free resource, right? So people are opting in into the awareness ad, right? So we're also using that information, and what we're going to do is craft something called a power offer. This power offer is going to be a video or organic piece of content, and we're going to tell people about the offer. We're going to tell them what we do. We're going to tell them who we help. We're going to tell them how many people we're accepting, etc. right? And we're going to curate this power offer based on our content data, based on the best performing free guide resource, based on the best performing content campaign. We're going to package that together to come up with a strong power offer. And like I said, this power offer, we're just telling people about the offer, right? So we're going to test that. And if it does well organically, we're going to run it. If it doesn't run well organically, we're just going to retest it, right? So this whole thing is like a big iteration and testing phase until you can crack the code. And once you crack the code, you just double down on it and just keep repeating. But let's say we have a good power offer. Any person that interacted with this awareness ad, let's say our call to action in the awareness ad is shoot me a follow and I'll shoot you over this guy. Or shoot me a comment and I'll shoot you over this guy, right? We're pretty much anybody that interacted with that call to action, we're just gonna retarget them with a direct ad, right? So let's say we give people a free resource. We still need to get them on the sales call. Let's say we try to, open up a DM with them, or we have a DM open and we try to move them to the sales call. But let's say they just don't move to the sales call then. Well, based on like the laws of psychology, the more times somebody sees us, the more likely they're going to want to buy from us, right? So if somebody sees this awareness ad from us, this is what happens. They opt into an awareness ad. We gave them free value. It's an open DM open. They follow us, so they're looking at our content, and then we redirect them with a more paid, we retarget them with a more direct ad, right? And that direct ad is going to tell them to like book a call, right? It's going to tell them swipe it with this word or book a call right here, right? People, they opt in, they're already warmed up through your process. They're warmed up from the personal brand. And then it's closing deals, right? Closing deals and using that money to reinvest back into this process right here. Running more ads, right? So closing deals and then just using it to reinvest into this big process right here, which is going to be the money maker, right? So this is the funnel that you want to use if you're using like a social funnel for a client. And this is the exact funnel that we use to collect $36,000 in 3 months from our client, right? And it's pretty straightforward. It's just a big iterative process. But to make it even easier for you guys, this is what it kind of looks like from a bird's eye view of what you're going to do to, make at least $10,000 a month from a client, right? So this is what it kind of looks like. You're going to generate the traffic mechanism. You have the sales mechanism. You're going to make sure the sales mechanism is good. You're going to make sure the product and infrastructure side of things is dialed in, meaning the back-end systems and just like the fulfillment structures. And from you doing all of this, providing all of that value, you're going to get paid a percentage of sales plus a retainer, right? So, this is pretty much how we did it. I know that this works because we've done it multiple times. So, guys, maybe even take a picture of this, right? This is the funnel. You test theses organically. You just test until you get something that's good. You reiterate the process. You find something that works, and then you scale it with paid advertising, right? So that's pretty much it with this kind of walkthrough, guys. So if you're a coach or a consultant and you want our copy and paste service delivery process so you can land more deals and make at least $10,000 every single month, book a walkthrough call with my team below. That's if you're an agency owner. But if you're a coach and you're looking to grow your coaching business, we're adding new companies in our portfolio. So you can also apply with the call of my team, and we can walk you through our process and how it will look like for you. It's pretty much it with this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.